Hello, and today we're playing Athena, the goddess of wisdom and the goddess of war at the same time. Now, let me be very honest with you. There are two things I want to try out today, and one of those things is I want to see how many wins I can get with Athena with these unstable servers right now before I lose. Once I lose, that's when I'm going to end the video. Another thing I want to try is I want to try playing a game on the EU servers because somebody messaged me and told me on the NA side and said, hey, did you know even though NA servers are kind of unstable right now, EU servers are actually really good. They're actually holding together better even if you're an NA player. So I'm going to try that out later in the video and we're going to see how that is. And now the first matchup today, we're going up against the Sun Wukong Ninja Bot Mutant. Now what's quite interesting is I'm also trying my brand new build with Athena, the missile build. Now I'm also going to bring out another guide specifically for this later in the week maybe, or maybe early next week, just depending. And I see I was able to eliminate that Wukong out with a nice combo of the hold heavy attack. Now if you watch any of my videos where I talk about hold heavy attacks, Athena and Zeus have very nice hold heavy attacks as it's a double maneuver. However, it's a double-edged sword, as if you miss that, you are open to massive attacks from your enemies and can be punished. Now, as you can see, it's being a little unstable right now. However, I'm trying my best to get accustomed to Athena because, as I said, this is the first game I'm playing with her for the day. And I'll be very honest with you, she is extremely difficult to play. And now I need to master the timing for my parry. And I also need to master for this build using my spear more as a missile rather than a jump path. Now, thankfully that hit there, because if that didn't, that was not going to end well. And I would have obviously taken more damage than necessary. And I'm landing my spear, which is very good. Ooh. That parry was not good. It seems like this Wukong is more about kiting around, which is actually really nice. Sadly, I didn't turn around in time, so I got hit with some Wukong attacks. I'm going to jump up here and try to get that speed boost at the same time. My mobility, sorry, not my mobility. My ultimate is a good ways off still before I can use it. Oh, yes, perfect parry right there. And he goes with his ultimate. Gonna hit him out and see. Okay, so he switched. So I'm just gonna pay full attention to the main guy since the clone is kind of out there. Gonna jump up here to avoid that. See if I can chuck my spear. Does it hit any of them? No. Who's gonna come up here? And it is the clone. So I'm gonna drop down and I use it at the wrong moment. But I do pop off my ultimate. And the one in front of me right there is the new one. This is the real clone. Why am I mixing up my words so much right now? Chucking the spear and it doesn't hit him. But I do have my parry coming up soon. Trying to get it. Oh, man. It did not get off in time. And I was able to take unnecessary damage. Walking up again. I do get it. But I do also not really get to knock him back simply because, you know, it was the Kurgel. I still do some damage. I tried to spike him. It didn't work out. That's another thing which would be really great. If I can get a spike in this game, that would work out in my favor. Try to get launched off here at least a little bit. I'm going to come in with my mobility, and now I have a resistance, and I do get that picture perfect parry, and he drops to the ground. Now, I also know he didn't have his mobility, so I wasn't sure if he was just too far out to get on, or he just misaveraged his elevation, or it could have been the Wi-Fi for all we know. Ooh, nice little damage on him right there, and I hit him out. Gonna chuck my spear. It barely misses him, but I still land some massive attacks on him, sending his vulnerability skyrocketing up. He's at 74% while I'm at 25. I'm actually doing very nice this game. I think I'm getting adjusted. Oh, that would have been game over if that second part had hit. That's a nice. Can I hit him with my spear? Perfect. It's not the elimination yet, and he's in bird form coming in. I also see the health orb is up, which is always good when you get to collect the health orb. Now, I honestly thought I was out of range for that Kurgel, so I'm surprised it actually hit me, but that's okay. I'm going to try to get my parry here because I'm realizing, as you see, he leaned into the dashing strike. Sadly, my spear was not enough to take him out. He pops his clone, hold heavy attack, and actually, I'm actually surprised that worked like that because he switched places with his clone. I was expecting to hit one of them, but I didn't think that was actually going to work. I really feel good with that one. GG. So we're here fighting the fiery Ymir. Now, if you know, Ymir is a very difficult character to fight in the hands of a good player. So let's see what we're getting here. It seems like he's spamming a lot of heavy attacks, which is quite interesting to see. So I need to try to time now my parries or my distance just so I can literally capitalize on his ability of spamming the same thing all the time. Now, I'm noticing a lot of players tend to do that with Ymir since, you know, his heavy attack, if you add the right talent, it allows you to slow your enemies. That was actually a really nice spear on my part. I'm going to wait up here to see if I could get the health orb. Sadly, he did not give me the emote back, but that's quite all right. Oh, no. If I didn't parry there, I was probably going to be frozen. It was also a waste of a parry in terms of it. I don't think that was the best situation for it. I'm getting knocked back. I need to time it, and he hits me again. If I can get back on, oh no, I got eliminated a lot earlier than I was expecting. Even though my vulnerability was low, it seemed like he hit me at the right range, and it just kept up with the momentum. So as you can see, I chucked him there to gain some damage. Gonna dodge out, see if I have my hand on my parry just in case, and it does work. Coming in with my mobility, which allows me to get that resistance, chucking my spear, dodging back just in time. I do not want to be frozen, and I dodged his belly attack, which is a powerful belly rocket as his air light, dodging through right here, trying to hit him with the air light. It does work, and he avoids me using his mobility. Happily, I was able to land that spear on him right before he put up his wall. I tried to jump on, but it didn't really work out as planned. But I think he got the health orb, which, I mean, it's not too bad since we're about even in vulnerability, doing a little extra damage to him right there. Now, I shouldn't have leaned in with all those light attacks. I could have dodged that first heavy attack with a parry, but I did get the second one. I have my spear ready. He's up there. Does it work? It does chuck him. Can I jump on it to get an air? And, like, boom, that's a nice knockout right there. He's at 105% vulnerability and in very deadly range, and he uses his fire breath, which means I don't gotta worry about it, and he walks in just enough for me to hit him out with that hold heavy attack. That was actually picture perfect. Normally hitting people out with a hold heavy attack on Athena and Zeus is not as easy compared to other characters, simply because it's a second rotation, but it does feel a lot stronger. And we're gonna pop in some attacks right here. He's struggling a little bit, but so am I at certain circumstances, and I'm taking advantage of his habits. Now, every player has habits. Now, what you want to do is, when you're fighting your enemy, try your best to analyze it. I have some habits, and it's mainly my dodge habit or my air light, air heavy habits. I need to learn how to break that down and time what attack needs to be used. And if you're fighting me in a match, these are all things to take note if you want to defeat me, you know, it happens. And especially now with instability on the servers, I think after the next game, I'm going to try the EU server just to see what it is like, to see if the person was telling me the truth and it feels more stable. Because I'm playing right now, and this matchup actually doesn't feel that bad. Neither was the Wukong. However, sometimes what I realized, as you saw, the server acted up right there, so I'll take it all back right now. And I hit him with a nice spear, trying to get a nice heavy attack to out him. Can I land it right there? And he does get hit by the backdrop. Gonna pop my ultimate, and it's gonna eliminate him. Now, sadly, he was in his breath at that time. Now, he did ice cube me, but it wasn't in time for me to stop my ultimate. I already had gotten it off, which allowed him to get knocked out, and he wasn't able to dodge or maneuver around simply because he was invulnerable in that slow pace. That was actually a beautiful parry. And as you can see, this round right here, I'm getting better at timing his heavy attacks, which is allowing me to take advantage and capitalize on it. Ooh, that was a nice way to get him off his icicle cone. I didn't mean to dodge in that direction, but that's okay. I'm avoiding that breath as much as possible. See if I can land some light attacks. I do have my hand on the parry just in case I miss out. And right here, maneuvering him back as I collect the health orb into the heavy attack. He dodges through while I go into the air, knocking him back at that moment into the hold heavy, and he avoids it, hitting me with some nice light attack flurries. And I don't want to get frozen there. Thankfully, I didn't, allowing me to land some more attacks, avoiding his icicle with a simple walk around right there. Do not want to get hit with that. He dodges through. I hit my parry, gonna pop my ultimate as soon as I get closer right here, and he avoids it completely. Gonna come in here with my mobility, allowing me to get that resistance up, and do I eliminate him perfectly with the spear? That was actually a really nice way to get that GG. Now, as we're starting off this next round here, it's against another Ymir, and I actually really like his name. It's Several Bacon 21. Now, I personally love to eat bacon. Turkey bacon's okay. I kind of just like beef bacon, or pork bacon, sorry. I don't know why I said beef, but pork bacon. It's really interesting for me. Now, I don't know what you guys like. That's just me. Let's continue on to this game here. We're going to fight Several Bacon, who's playing the original Ymir skin. Now, I was actually thinking about this. I've been playing a lot of the Fire Me Ymir skin, and I don't know why it is. I haven't played the original skin in a while. That was actually a very nicely timed parry on my part, because that could have been me being frozen as an ice cube. I'm chucking him back with the way he's playing as well. I also want to kind of unlock the golden Ymir skin, which I call the golden ice cream cone. It's a beautiful skin. It was initially the first level 20 skin I actually wanted in the game, and he does a nice belly back at me. I'm making some mistakes right now, and I'm getting hit into the environmental hazards, and I'm trying my best to capitalize. Ooh, the rubber banding there was not nice, but the ultimate comes in, ricochets them off, and he somehow still survives, showing again the sturdiness of Ymir. Oh no, this is GG right here. He caught me in there at this vulnerability. Now, unless he angles me at the wrong position, there's no way. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I survived. Oh my gosh, chucking the spear, I do miss it, but I'm going to use my mobility, collect that into the parry, which absorbs some of the breath, which was actually good, because if it didn't absorb some of that breath, that right there was GG. Avoiding. I thought he was going to put down his wall when he swung, but he didn't. So I mean, I didn't really need to dodge, but it's a good thing I did because we didn't know if it was going to work or not. Avoiding him by walking around, I'm going to look for an opportunity to chuck my spear right here. It does hit him. He's over 200% vulnerability. Extremely dangerous range to be at right now. Now I'm going to dodge back here. He doesn't have his ice cube breath, so I'm going to collect this health orb. I was trying to click my parry, but it didn't work, and I got swung into the environmental hazards. That worked. It wasn't near the edge, not enough to eliminate him. I get him off his mobility with my beautiful missile spear. Where's he going to land? Looking to see if I can hit him out here with the ultimate, and it does, giving us the first round victory. GG. Now, so far, we're on a 2-win streak. Now, hopefully I'm able to bring this up to 3, maybe 5 win streaks with Athena. Athena is always a very tricky character. Obviously, I'm not going to count the games or add them to this if, I'll be honest with you, if they're just disconnects completely, because it wouldn't make sense. Now, really and truly, this is my 3rd original game, and we're going in here hard, trying to get him off that icicle, and he avoids us barely right there, getting some nice side attacks on him. Can I get the hold heavy? And it does knock him out. If my spear is out, I may have been able to eliminate him a little early, and he's not able to get back on the platform, which allows me to get that 2nd round victory. Perfect. So let's see here. Where is he going to go? He's going to get hit with that spear. No, he actually avoids it simply by walking around, but walks straight into my blue parry shield, into the heavy attack, which knocks him into the environmental hazards, and now I'm frozen. Oh, geez, being knocked around. That's not what we want here. And I missed my light attacks, and he took full advantage of me right there. So his wall's up. He's on top. What's he going to do? Into the air heavy. And I actually stood in a wrong situation. As you can see, I am now higher vulnerability. Thankfully, for my parry, I was able to survive that. And collecting the health orb now brings me back to a lower state. My ultimate is a good ways off, so there's nothing I can really do there. And he's going to hit me back. Going to chuck my spear, gaining some distance as well as increasing his vulnerability. Now, his ultimate is probably not going to be up for a little while yet, so I don't really got to worry. I would love to use my ultimate to eliminate him. Hitting him there with that heavy attack. My spear isn't up anytime soon. I have 3 more. Okay, perfect. Right here, my ultimate. I'm going to launch it. Does it get him out? He booty slams into it, giving us the round victory. GG, that was actually really good. So we're going to switch on to the EU servers right now. And who are we going to get? We get a Loki. And what's funny about this is he's popping his emotes right now. So does that mean he watches my YouTube channel and knows who I are? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, there is some lag. However, the server does feel a little more reliable to me personally. It feels less rubber bandy. I'm somehow still alive. Now, I'm not really landing anything. It's kind of hard. Oh, my spear hits him right there. I love the fact that he's emoting. It actually makes me really happy, and using that parry right there allows me to knock him back. Now, my mobility is coming up in a second. I may have to use it to try to get that health orb and avoid him as much as possible. Ooh, now, even though it seems like it's rubber banding a bit, I will be honest with you. From the NA server, and I'm on the western side of NA, playing on the EU server is a little better than actually playing on NA East, which is actually really surprising to me. Okay, so we're going to try to time his dodges. Parrying, parry, just in case. It hits him back just enough. Now, I'm going to have to use my mobility to avoid, and it didn't really avoid like I wanted to. I wanted to avoid his ultimate. Thankfully, I wasn't in trick range because I don't even know if he has that equipped. Trying to get an air light off. Nope, but guess what? Popping my ultimate just to gain some distance and extra damage on him. I'm waiting, parry. And he runs straight into it, which actually helps me out. And he uses the Dazed Dagger. And as you can see, he did a really nice thing where he stopped his maneuverability out, which is his air lights. Oh, I love the Totters emote. I'm pretty sure he watches my videos or knows who I am, which makes this even better. Now, GG out for anybody who sees these videos, obviously. And thankfully, Hosed YT, if you're watching this video, this is actually getting a really fun match right now. I do land my parry on you. Thank you for indulging me on this game as being my first EU opponent in probably months. Ooh, you saw how it rubber banded there? That was a little wonky. I'm surprised I actually was able to still hit him. Now he's 162. What's going to happen? I'm going to pop in the air. Can I get him? Parry. Just in case. And well, I don't think parry worked at all into the heavy attack, which gives us the victory right there. That was actually really nicely done. I didn't even expect to win. 100% honest with you, I thought switching to the EU servers just to try this out would have been where this video ended so far, but it looks like I have a chance. I'm somehow doing it, even if he's going easy on me. I want to believe he's going easy on me simply because he knows I'm an NA player. Now, chucking the spear there, he dodges straight through. I tried to get my parry off and he hits me with some light attacks, and he hits me with that air heavy. Ooh, perfect. Now, because I used my air heavy attack, it allowed me to go below elevation before he tried to get me, which actually works in my favor. I'm going to stand here and drop my parry, which perfectly hits him back, popping the Totters emote. This is probably one of the best matches I've had in a little while, simply because you don't see people really emote back at me. I got this really interesting message how somebody was actually surprised that I'm actually turning emotes into something else. Oh no. I just realized that. Oh, wait. I just spiked him down. He ran into the spike and it eliminated him. That right there was not expected, dude. GG. But as I was saying that they didn't know emotes could be a really positive thing. And I was like, yeah, you know what? It is. That's what I want it to be. I know coming from League of Legends, emotes and most other games mean something different. But for this game, that's what I want it to be. So I'm the content creator here. You know what I mean? All right. So I'm kind of still in shock that I was able to spike him from that last round. Now, the internet is getting a little worse as we're playing this match and the longer it goes on. So I'm trying my best to kind of predict or just look for opportunities where I'm trying to wait a little bit so I can then dodge. I tried to, but it didn't get off. Dodging there in the right moment. Now, if my spare is up, I would have used it, and there's nothing I can do as I get damaged by him. He does have his ultimate up, and I need to be very careful. This should be GG right there. Yes, it is. Eliminating me out. Great job, dude. GG. Are you going to be able to pull this up? We're about to find out right now to see if I'm going to have a chance to keep going with this challenge, or am I not? Now, I will say, when we had all the different servers, nothing was worse than playing on the Asian server. That Asian server was the worst ping I've ever had in my life. It was like I started at a match and then the next second I was out. Now, he's doing some really nice early damage. Thankfully, I got my parry off right there, what allows me to do some damage, turning it around into some light attacks. Great. My spare is also coming up. I have my hand on my dodge to dodge through. It didn't really get off, but that's okay. Chucking my spare, now he's over 100%. I do have my mobility. Want to get that resistance up, and I hit the parry. My ultimate is still a little way off. Not too far. A couple attacks will get it up. He does land that last part of his light attack ability, rocking me off. Sorry, I'm mixing myself up, but his ultimate's up, and he's walking around. I tried to dodge. It didn't really work. Okay, tried to spike. No, it didn't, but thankfully he hit me in the opposite direction and he falls down. GG. I can't even believe I won that match, but I really do think he was going easy on me because he knows I'm from NA. And we're here back on the NA servers right now because I was like, okay, that felt a little scuff. I don't know what's going to happen. So we're back here and we're facing somebody who's a level 20 Sol, which is interesting. And I'm already feeling the server getting really wonky. I should have stayed on the EU server. That's how I'm feeling right now. I feel so rough. It's rubber banding me really hard, but as you can see, I'm trying to keep my composure. Sol uses a nice heavy attack, which actually takes advantage of it. I'm gonna chuck my spare. She does hit me while I get knocked back. I'm at very high vulnerability right now. This first round is not looking too great for me. Dodging out right there, trying to back up here with my mobility to collect that health orb, and she does let me collect it, but she does damage too, and she baits me into using my parry. Oh, whoa. You saw how that elevated up. I mean, she saved me, but it was really wonky right there. Gonna chuck my spare, and I do not land it as she's maneuvering around. Man, Sol's level 20 skin is one of the best level 20 skins in the game, in my opinion. I just love the color palette, and she kind of, well, no, I shouldn't say she did. I used my dodge too early, which allowed her to use her ultimate to eliminate me. I know exactly what happened the moment I dodged out, and I realized her ultimate was up. But as I was saying, Sol is such an S tier character right now, and I love the fact that after I made my tier list, I'm seeing so much more Sol players in game, and I'm getting a lot of messages in DMs and stuff, even in comment sections talking about Sol, and it's really nice to know. Now, Sol isn't the easiest character for some people to play, and she doesn't fit everybody's playstyle, and that's something I want to say. To anybody who's watching this video or playing Divine Knockout in general, even though that tier list is really nice, dude, I scuffed that so hard and got eliminated, but that was a great combustion. But back to what I was saying. Even though I made that tier list, it really depends on you as a player. You can make any character S tier if you really learn how to play them enough. Coming in to try to turn it around to the best of my ability. I am struggling. Is this where the win streak is going to end? Is this where this video is going to end? I have no idea, but I'm still going to try. Never give up, guys. Never give up. She's hitting me around. I don't have my mobility to get back on. I'm going to try to hit her with the spear, and it does work. I mean, out of all the rounds, I personally think I'm doing a lot better in this third round than I was in those first two, and I'm getting stomped real hard right now, trying to collect the health orb, and she pushes me through it anyways, chucking the spare. I mean, she's almost at 69% vulnerability. I'll take that as a win either way. Oh man, dude, that's not good. I'm trying my best to not use my dodge too early, because she's probably just going to use her ultimate and take full advantage of it. My ultimate is very far off right now. I do have my parry and my spare coming up. I missed my spare, not too good coming in with my mobility. Tried to hit my parry, but it really didn't get off right there. So we use it to avoid and do some nice damage. I'm going to pop my ultimate. If I can get her close enough, that would have been an opportunity for me to dodge, but that probably would have been game over. So looking for it right here. We're going to look to pop it right, and it goes through, and she avoids it completely, chucking my spear right there, and she hits me with some nice side attacks. I need to be careful. That ultimate can be used on me at any moment, or she can just heavy attack me out. My vulnerability is actually really high, and she combustions me out, and that's GG.